Future cars will fly, but books are more interesting. And this is our A counter, which will be Giulio. Giulio as A counter.
Good evening, everybody. My job tonight as an accountant is to pay attention to your speeches and look for the use of filler words such as so, and etc. I'll give an example where I'll start over and use filler words for you to understand what I'll be looking for, okay? So, hello, Giulio, okay? Good evening. My job tonight is to look for filler words that you guys might use. So, did you guys get it? What I'll be looking for? Okay, it's not grammar. Is those words that... Okay, that's it. We got it. Thanks.
Thank you, Giulio.
I gotta read more books.
Looking forward to your report. Okay, and we have a third person, our crews of volunteers today that will help the meeting running. She thinks that in the future, science will help the way we prevent diseases. And also, it will improve our way of transportation through teletransportation, and maybe there will even be a travel machine. Fingers crossed for that happening. It will be Carol. Carol as our grammarian.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Tonight I'm completely terrified because it's my first time as grammarian and I'm not Bill or Susan, so we are in trouble, I think. My responsibility as grammarian is paying attention to the good and bad use of English. So I divided my attention into some pillars. I will pay attention to grammar, so usage of English in general, pronunciation, and good use of English. And also, I'm responsible for bringing the word of the day that I try to relate it to the topic of our Madam Toastmasters, that's science. The word of the day is... Ameliorate. 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 One more time. Ameliorate. Ameliorate. What does it mean? It means, according to the Oxford Dictionary, it makes something bad or unsatisfactory better. It's a synonym for make better, enhance, or boost. So instead of using enhance, boost, or make better, you can use ameliorate. I have some examples in a sentence just to make it clear. First of all, currently there are medications to ameliorate headache symptoms. Second one, at least some of the streets could be ameliorated to improve urban design. So one more time, at least some of the streets could be ameliorated to improve urban design. Okay, and as a challenge, the champion of the word of the day, the first place is gonna take this. And the second place is gonna take this. So it's my way to ameliorate my role today. So every time that you guys use ameliorate, I'm gonna say lots of thumbs up. Thank you very much. Madam Toastmaster.
Great, thank you, Carol. And I'm sure you'll be ameliorating our grammarian role.
Nothing like a little incentive.
I'm going to learn that word today for sure. And we have three parts of our meeting. The first, introducing the speeches, 4 of them today in total. Then we'll have the table topics, and in the end, the evaluation part. So let's, first of all, an introduction to the speech part. So in science, as an example, you remember that what has something happened? Is that me?
The battery?
Okay.
Okay, good.
That I something happened.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. That's great. So, some years ago, did you ever hear about thalidomide or Contagan? Did you ever hear? Yes, you did. No. Thalidomide was, yes, you heard about it. It was in the 60s. It was a medicine for headache. Talking about headache. You just talked about headache. And it was especially used for pregnant women for some reason. So many pregnant women in the 60s used thalidomide for headache. And what happened, there was a piece of information missing. We didn't know about it. And the children were born not the way we expected them. So this was a huge polemic that time. And we learned something, which was a chemical characteristic of molecules. I don't want to go into that. And over time, thalidomide still exists. It's a drug, it's in the market, it's everywhere, but it's being used for other indications, some types of cancer, and it works very well. So there was a piece of information missing. We generated more data and more knowledge and changed the way we are doing things. And nowadays, data is something we're talking about a lot. Big data and machine learning and data analytics, all those tools for generating more and more hypothesis data, I don't know. But the best person to talk about this will be Claudine. Claudine will bring for us today her icebreaker on data analytics. Claudine, please, the stage is yours.